too. The soft glow of the horizon guided us through the whispering grasslands of Eldoria, painting the sky in hues of gold and rose. I'm Erin, and with me are my friends, Lyra and Corin. Our journey today leads us to a place spoken of only in ancient tales, the Lantern Temple. My echo sense tingled with anticipation, a hum of ancient power resonating from just over the next hill. It felt different from anything I'd ever encountered, like a sleeping giant made of light. As we crested the rise, we all stopped, speechless. Before us, nestled in a valley, stood the temple. It wasn't built of ordinary stone. The entire structure seemed to breathe with a gentle, pulsating light, floating all around it. Like silent, graceful fireflies were massive lantern crystals. They drifted slowly in the air, each one emitting a warm, golden luminescence that powered the temple and bathed the valley in a perpetual, serene dawn. Corin, ever the guardian, instinctively placed a hand on his shoulder guard. This energy, ... It's immense, but... Come, he murmured, his usual stoicism softened by wonder. His stone pulsability was likely reacting to the sheer power resonating from the temple's foundations. Lyra was already captivated, her light teal eyes wide with scholarly excitement. The glowing writing crystals on her belt began to shimmer in response to the temple's ambient magic. "Look at the architecture," she whispered, pointing towards the entrance. "The symbols, ... They're unlike any I've ever seen. They seem to be woven from light itself." We cautiously approached the temple entrance. There were no doors, only an archway of shimmering energy. As we stepped through, the air grew still and warm, filled with the faint melodic chime of the floating crystals. Inside, the temple was a breathtaking cavern of light. The ceiling was a galaxy of smaller lantern crystals, casting, shifting, intricate patterns on the polished floors. In the center of the main chamber, a colossal crystal hovered, its light so pure and bright it felt like staring into the heart of a star. "This is the heart of the temple," I said, my voice barely a whisper. The echo sense was overwhelming here, a symphony of ages past, telling stories of creation, of peace, and of a magic far older than any kingdom. Lyra moved towards a series of panels on the wall. They weren't carved, but rather patterns of light embedded within the crystalline walls. She gently placed her hand on one, closing her eyes as she activated her memory traceability. "It's a story," she breathed, her face illuminated by the glowing panel. The temple wasn't built, it was grown. Films from a single seed of light planted by the first inhabitants of Eldoria. These lanterns are its fruit, and they hold the collective memory and energy of this world. They alive. As she spoke, the central crystal pulsed with a brighter, warmer light, as if acknowledging her words, welcoming us into its ancient sanctuary. Corin moved to stand beside a pillar, his gaze sweeping the vast chamber. "It feels like it's watching over something," he observed. "Protecting it." He tapped the floor with his boot, and a faint ripple of energy, a soft stone pulse, spread outwards. Instead of meeting resistance, the floor seemed to absorb it. And the light from the crystals above brightened in response, flowing towards him like a curious stream. We weren't just visitors here. We were interacting with the temple itself. The feeling of peace was profound. It was a place untouched by conflict, a library of light and life. We spent what felt like hours there, simply existing within its glow. Lyra translated more of the light stories tales of celestial gardeners and the birth of mountains. Corin found that by focusing his energy, he could create small chills of light drawn from the temple's own power. And I just listened. My echo sense connected with the temple's heart, feeling the slow, steady rhythm of Eldoria itself, a heartbeat of pure magic and tranquility. As the light outside began to mirror the golden glow within, we knew it was time to leave. We hadn't taken anything, but we were leaving with something far more valuable, a deeper understanding of our world. As we stepped back through the energy archway, we all turned for one last look. The Lantern Temple stood silent and radiant, a timeless beacon in the heart of Eldoria. Our journey was far from over, but a part of that light now traveled with us,